Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 132 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. We're doing one thing every day to grow this year. And this month we are focusing on mental growth, mental thinking, beliefs, thoughts, mental topics that have to do with our brain, our mind, our thinking. And we are using and applying, we started yesterday, our SOAP framework, the framework that we use to deal with any challenges, obstacles, setbacks, problems, whatever you want to call them, stuff that comes up in our life that isn't ideal in our minds and imaginations. How are we going to deal with that? Well, we apply this SOAP process. And today is step 2 of the SOAP process, which stands for options. Options meaning, what could we do to fill the gap that we created yesterday between our current story, the current situation that we've got, and our desired story, our desired situation. Once we identify those and we think about them and we actually pay attention to them, we realize that where we are isn't usually where we want to be. And how are we going to get there? We're going to use the rest of the SOAP process. And the first step of that is to brainstorm. I like to call it the 10-3-1 tool. Brainstorm at least 10 possible ways that you can begin to fill that gap. Why do we want 10? Because we know that we have lots of options and that there are actually infinite possible ways that we can get what we want and we can achieve and get improvement in the area that we're focusing on. Now, mine, I picked negative self-talk. Jovi's story, we're carrying her throughout the 4-step process. So today, yesterday, day before yesterday, actually, yesterday, today, tomorrow, and the next day, we're going to follow her story and how she applies each of these different steps of the process. But I started doing mine, and I've already got 7 out of my 10 possible options written down for dealing with and stopping negative self-talk. I put down rubber, and these mean something to me, they might not to you, but I'm going to share mine. So far, rubber band exercise. I used to walk around with a rubber band around my wrist, and whenever I said a negative thing or thought a negative thing, I would snap my wrist. Well, for about 4 years, I had like a really red wrist, so I kind of stopped doing that, thinking that maybe this isn't the most effective strategy for me. Since I haven't done it for a long time, it might be time to revisit. Affirmations, which we'll talk about definitely several times this year. Letting go strategies, again, we'll talk about those this year. Replacements, coming up with what I would say to myself whenever one of these negative self-talk things pops up. Expert help. Maybe I need a coach. Maybe I need a shrink or an expert in that area of getting rid of and eliminating negative self-talk. Enlist a friend or family member for help and feedback. Create a feedback loop, etc. So I need to come up with a few more. Your action item today is to come up with at least 10 possible ways to begin filling that gap. More than 10, the more the better, because it gives us more options, more things to choose from, which we'll look at tomorrow as we look at the A in the SOAP framework. That's it. Guide 2, Jovi's story and how she's applying this step. Any questions? You can always just ask me. Message me directly under one of my videos or recordings. You can find me on social media. You can, if you know my email, if you know my Voxer handle, you can contact me that way. But probably the fastest, easiest way is to just comment under a post in the group. All right, that's it. Have an awesome day. Have fun with this. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow for the A in our SOAP framework. Bye.